Hi, Shep, Hyken, your customer service and experience expert. And today I'm going to talk about the importance of responding quickly to your customers. Let me put it to you in the simplest terms possible. When your customer calls, emails, or texts you, you must respond. That is, unless you don't care if you ever do business with them again. One of our subscribers to the Shepherd Letter, Andy Sachs, owner of Spark Presentations and a professional corporate presenter, sent in a story worth sharing. And by the way, if you've got an amazing or horrific customer service story, send it over. I collect them and may include them in one of my articles or one of these videos. So here's a short version of what happened. Andy was interested in buying more life insurance, so he emailed the agent he'd done business with in the past. He didn't get a reply, so after several days, he called the agent's office. He explained to the receptionist that he'd reached out to him and nobody had responded. Now, her explanation was he was out that day and has been in a lot of meetings. Now, Andy asked me, am I out of touch with reality? Should I have expected a quicker response? After all, I'm a client, a warm lead for new business, and I represent income to him. If he can't respond the same day, if not the same hour or minute, then don't you think someone from his organization should have been tasked with responding for him rather than leaving me hanging for several days? Well, it's not that Andy is impatient. He mentioned that an auto response from his email would have been acceptable for the day he was out, but to keep him waiting for days and forcing him to call was, for Andy, unacceptable, especially with the excuse he was given. In effect, he was chasing the agent down to give him more business, and usually it's the other way around. So here's the lesson. Fast response builds trust and confidence, and it shows you care and are respectful. It's just the right thing to do. A slow response or no response sends the opposite messages and will work against you for future business. At best, you'll have to work hard to overcome that moment of misery. At worst, your customer will move on and find someone else who is more responsive. Now, there are two considerations for determining the speed of response times. Number one, decide what your minimum acceptable standards are for responding to calls, emails, and any other type of communication from your customers. It may be the same business day, by the next business day, or something much shorter. And number two, determine the optimal best response time, one that would impress your customers. Now, Andy Sachs shared his thought on this. I've made quick response a key tenet of my own business. I found that responding within an hour to a lead shows through my actions that I care about them, distinguishes me immediately from other options, and helps build the trust that leads to business. It doesn't matter if you're in sales, service, or any other part of the organization. Something as easy as a quick response time has so many benefits that add to the customer experience. Well, I hope you enjoyed this short lesson. Thank you very much for tuning in. This is Shep Hyken, reminding you to always be amazing.